Welcome to Inch by Inch Preschool's virtual tour. My name is Jessica Lewis. I opened Inch by Inch Preschool in 2006. Lacey joined me in 2016, and Erin has been with me since 2019. We all share the same values as preschool teachers, but we also bring our own styles and interests to the program. We spend the majority of our day outside for most of the year, so I wanted to take a few minutes to highlight the benefits of outdoor play. Through outside play, children have a stronger connection with nature. Being outside increases their ability to assess risk and solve their own problems. The fresh air and exercise is so important, as we all know, but it also helps improve their focus at other times of the day. Research shows that being outside helps improve confidence and is also a great chance to create a sense of community. The unstructured time of being outside has been shown to increase social interactions and create new opportunities that increase language use. Our daily schedule is considered a guide that can fluctuate in 15 minutes either direction, depending on the children's focus and needs that day. Children start arriving between 7:30 and 8:45. At that time, they are having free play and choosing from a variety of materials that are out for that day. At 8:30, we gather together and have a healthy snack. And then from 9 to 11 is our play and learn time. Sometimes this is outside, sometimes it's inside, depending on the time of year. I'm going to discuss that part of our day in the next few slides. At 12 o'clock, we gather together for a healthy lunch, and then the children rest on their cots with quiet music from about 1 to 3. We then gather again for snack, and then the children have more free social play from 3:30 to 5 as the children are slowly departing. As promised, the next slides are about our play and learn time, or our preschool part of our day. The children are naturally curious about the things happening in their world, which at preschool is primarily on our playground. Our curriculum follows the rhythms of the seasons throughout the year. In the spring, we start to discuss buds and birds. In the summer, we're exploring insects and wildflowers. In the fall, we start to notice the acorns and apples on our trees. And then in the winter, we explore the trees a little further and the changing weather. Children are natural scientists, and we do our best to help them discover the answers to all their questions. Every day we have a gathering time that can look very different depending on the weather and the curriculum and which teacher is leading the group. It usually includes books, songs, games, and conversations about our current learning topics. During that gathering time, we use our calendar. We have a simplified version of a calendar that focuses on vocabulary of time, patterns, counting, weather, the seasons, and the other cycles and rhythms that happen throughout the year. Although our curriculum is very science-focused, we're sure to include activities that cover all the learning areas in a wide variety of ways. Here you can see some examples of writing and reading. Whether we're inside or outside, there are always books available for the children to read on their own or to bring to a teacher to read in small groups. Basically, anything we do inside, we also bring outside to our picnic tables. Preschool-age children are still exploring and learning about all the different ways to use art materials. At Inch by Inch, we focus on the process of creating art and less about what their finished product looks like. Another favorite activity at Inch by Inch are science experiments and sensory play. We love using our individual trays so each child can experiment with their own materials. Some of the ways we experiment are slime, Play-Doh, pouring water, eyedroppers, and so much more. And whether we're inside or outside, we have lots of math to explore. Measuring, patterns, counting are fun inside or outside. We love exploring what nature has to offer each season. In the summer, we ask families to bring in wildflowers for all of us to explore and share, and we have an abundance of acorns and crab apples every fall. The children become quite the experts each season. This is our big loose parts. We have lots of things for the children to move around, and the cooperation and problem solving we see through these loose parts keeps the teachers in awe. We can't help but take photos of all their hard work and adventures, and we love sharing these photos with families. This is our mud kitchen. The mud kitchen is a place where they get a chance to do classic stuff of childhood, like making potions and mud pies. What they don't realize is the amount of social skills and new language use that develop through their collaboration. It's not uncommon to see children come together in the mud kitchen who normally don't play together on other parts of the playground. Our teachers are lifelong learners and love attending trainings and continuing our education. One thing we've added to our program are sit spots. These provide an opportunity for children to sit quietly and watch and listen. We start out with about a 1-minute sit spot and slowly work our way up to more minutes as they become used to this practice. We often come back together to discuss what they saw or heard or thought about afterwards. We work hard to make our philosophy clear to our incoming families. This is just a slide to show about the things we value on our playground. Getting dirty, touching all the little critters carefully, playing with sticks carefully. We pour water and we squish mud and we make collections, and sometimes we take risks with a teacher nearby. They are allowed to carry rocks and climb and jump, and all of this allows them to learn through their play. We have made it our mission to make sure children have the gear they need while keeping it affordable and convenient for families. Some days the children get muddy and wet regardless of their gear. We have extra changes of clothes on hand to get them cleaned up before we send them home. Children are 100% washable, and the joy that comes from them getting messy and exploring nature is worth all the cleanup. Here's a little video to show a warm spring day and the giggles that came with it. These are rain pants that we keep on hand to share with families. These allow us to crawl around in the grass when it's wet from the dew or jump in the puddles on rainy days. We do ask that families send rain boots and rain coats on those rainy puddle jumping days. We spend a lot of time outside, even in the winter, so we've worked really hard to give parents pointers about our preferred gear that makes teachers' lives easier and also creates much happier memories for the children. We have enough wool socks so everybody can borrow a pair, and if any of our gear ever goes home with your child, we just ask you to send it back the next day. One tip we do like mentioning to families before they start purchasing snow pants in the fall is to look for rubberized cuffs. The rubber helps the pants stay in place and keep snow from getting down in their boots. With all that soggy, wet gear, we needed to come up with a smooth system for transporting it. We've asked families to stop sending backpacks and to use these reusable shopping bags instead. They are waterproof and allow for a lot more independence for the children. The children are able to stuff all their wet gear in themselves. They don't have to bother with the zippers and the tiny pockets of a backpack. In the warmer months, they use these as a portable cubby for the children to store their water bottle or their sweatshirt as the day goes on, and those extra layers from the cold mornings. We ask that the children only bring their necessary gear and leave their belongings at home so they don't get lost or misplaced. Most of the year, we're able to eat our snacks and lunch outside until the weather just starts getting too cold for their fingers. We even sneak out for winter picnics a few times a year when the sun is shining. Here are some examples of what lunch and snacks look like both inside and outside. Inside, we use real plates and glasses. The children carry them to the kitchen and scrape their food and place them in the sink. As part of our philosophy, children are trusted with the responsibility of handling these items with care, and very rarely does anything get broken. And to finish up our tour, I couldn't help but share some of the photos of the amazing sense of community and friendships that form. This is always the primary goal of our preschool. With an abundance of both structured and unstructured time, the children are able to socialize and learn valuable ways to communicate effectively and gain social skills that help prepare them for the next chapter in their lives. Thank you for taking the time to get to know our program. I'd like to end with a quote from Nicolette Sauter. Gardens and children need the same things: patience, love, and someone who will never give up on them. We hope you're looking forward to being part of the Inch by Inch community. Thank you.